Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV's first dungeon, new adventurers. This is Sastasha. It is a level 15 dungeon unlocked as part of the main scenario quest It's Probably Pirates. Get ready to set sail on a swashbuckling adventure where you will encounter more than just waves and sea creatures. So hoist the Jolly Roger and get ready to dive in because Sastasha is a dungeon that's sure to make a splash. Before or after you pull the second set of black bats, you will notice a cave directly in front of you, which contains a very important bloody memo. Make sure to have one of your party members interact with it, because it contains a clue that you will use before encountering the first boss of this dungeon. The bloody memo will have one of these three things written on it. The captain likes his seas blue, the captain likes his wine red, the captain likes his cabbage green. Remember the color that is mentioned in the memo, for it will come in handy later. Once you come across an area with three different colored coral formations, a red one, a blue one, and a green one, make sure to interact with the same color that you read from the bloody memo. This will cause an inconspicuous switch to appear on a nearby wall. Once you try to interact with it, the first boss, known as Chopper, will appear. This boss encounter is not hard in the slightest. Have the tank pick it up and face it away from the other party members. The only ability Chopper will use is called Charged Whiskers, which creates a very generic circle AoE, which you will have enough time to avoid. It is important to note that it is interruptible with a stun ability. Once you have defeated the boss, interact with the same switch again to open the not-so-hidden door to the next area of the dungeon. The quote-unquote second boss of this dungeon is Captain Madison and two Shallowtail Reavers. Dispatch the two Shallowtail Reavers and begin pummeling Captain Madison. This encounter is not exactly a traditional boss encounter, because once Captain Madison has sustained enough damage, he will then flee. When you find Captain Madison again, he'll be accompanied by two Shallowtail Reavers. You will notice a gated door with scurvy dogs within. Have the tank pick up the boss and the two ads, then move over to the gate, because once Captain Madison has received enough damage, he will then release the enemies within. Once all the ads are defeated and Captain Madison has taken enough damage, he will then, once again, flee. The fourth and final boss encounter in Sastasha is known as Den the Orca-Tooth. Immediately, you will notice four grates on the floor that can be interacted with. They will play a role in the encounter later. Have the tank pick up the boss and turn it away from the group. The boss has three notable abilities he will use: True Thrust, which is a single target attack, Hydro Ball, which is a conal AoE, which is stunnable, Jumping Thrust, another single target attack. Once the boss has received enough damage, throughout the encounter you will see a message that says bubbles begin forming on the water's surface. This means that the grates on the floor are about to spawn in an ad known as the Baleen Guard. To prevent this ad from appearing, have one of your party members interact with the grate, which will cancel that spawn. This process can be ignored in favor of just burning the boss down. Congratulations on clearing your very first dungeon in Final Fantasy XIV. If you have any questions about the dungeon or anything Final Fantasy XIV related, feel free to leave them all in the comments section below. I'll try my best to answer all of your questions to the best of my ability. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to subscribe for more Final Fantasy XIV dungeon guides.